Ugh. Hey guys, section of violence here. We have another one for you. PFL. I believe it's the regular season. It's tomorrow, so be up ready for it. I don't think it's on until later in the day though, so that'll be good. Won't gotta watch, the Europe season type deal. But yeah, let's start it off. We got Ty Johnson versus Bryce Meredith. Interesting fight. Ty Johnson's experienced, definitely not a bad fighter. He's just not amazing. He's more mid, if anything. He's gonna be somewhat serviceable here. He's gonna, I think he's gonna survive. Maybe passed around. So the over, I actually don't mind. He beat James Settles, so that's not a bad. Mateus Askar is not a bad win either. So he's clearly decent. Will he beat Bryce? I don't know, but we'll find out. I think he's gonna have some trouble with Bryce. Bryce has relentless grappling. Trains with really good guys, so I'm gonna go with Bryce Meredith here. Keep it very simple. I think he wins this quite easily, but it is also this could get hairy in the first few rounds. But I do think Bryce is the better fighter. We'll see though. Could he get exposed? I don't know. This is probably one of the most experienced guys he's faced. Ugh. Moving on. Lucas Brennan taking on Demitri Ivy. So I don't understand the love for Lucas Brenner. Now, I fully understand this is supposed to be a squash match. I think Ivy's supposed to lose this one. But he's not as bad as his record shows. He's actually pretty good. And I think he can cause a lot of problems for Lucas Brennan. Lucas Brennan relies on his jiu-jitsu, and his striking's okay. I mean, he KO'd Weber Almeida very unexpectedly, but he was losing that fight until that point. He lost to Carlton Minus by KO, which is a terrible look. But he has good wins, like Loram Estevez, Jake Heffernan. I think he has really good wins. So the loss to Jesse Butler worries me. But like I said, he has enough wins to where I'm not too worried. Hussein Aliev. Yeah, he beat Hussein Aliev. He has good wins on his record, so I do think he's good enough to win this fight. I'm going to go with Lucas Brennan, but I'm not confident. I do think he wins this by a hair. I don't think it's very... I think it's going to be close. I think he takes it to a split. I want to go with Lucas Brennan by unanimous or split decision. But definitely value on the Ivy side. Moving on, we got Jenna Bishop taking on Chelsea Hacket. I like Chelsea Hacket. I think she's very, very, serviceable. Beating, what's her name, Kai Bennett like that was, quite impressive. I think she's going to find some success with the striking here. I think she's a better striker. I feel like if she plays the grappling, it could get hairy. So I'm going to go with Chelsea Hacket here, pulling an upset. But I'm not confident. And honestly, Jenna Bishop's grappling is pretty good, so I could see her dominating in the grappling. But it all depends on if she can get it there. I think Hacket might have to take down defense to defend it and, pick her apart from the outside. We'll see, though. This is a pretty volatile fight. Moving on, we got Shaney Young taking on Kanowatwanabi. I like Kanowatwanabi here quite a lot. I think she's just much better. Sorry. And, I just think she's going to be the better grappler. And every time Shannon goes to grapple, I think it'll be a mistake. I think Kana will find dominant positions, even find a submission. I'm going to go with Kanowatwanabi by submission here. I think Shannon Young's going to put herself in a lot of submission danger, and I think Kana's very dangerous on the ground. So I'm going to go with Kana by submission. Moving on. We got Oleg Popov versus Steve Mowry. We got an interesting one here. I think Oleg is decent enough at crotch sniffing and take it to the ground. And Mowry has shown in the past he's very content on his back. He's not that great. I'm gonna go with Steve Mowry pulling Oleg Popov here. But I'm not confident. I do think Mowry has a good chance of pulling an upset. He's a bigger guy. Looks like he's in better shape. So I do like Mowry, but I'm gonna lean Popov. This is a hard fight for me to pick though, so I could go back and forth on it. I'll decide by tomorrow, but for now I'm on Oleg Popov. But I'm not confident, and honestly, I think Maori's the value side. So, but I don't know. I think he's gonna get cross sniffed for 3 rounds or 2 rounds. So tricky fight to call, but I'm gonna go with Oleg Popov. Moving on, Talia Santos versus Ilara Joan. Alara Joanne's she's decent. She's serviceable. She does what she does what most people can ask for in a fighter. She tries to win. She works to her feet when she's taken down. She can get stuck on the bottom though, and she can be at the hands of being a punching bag. So I'm gonna go with Talia Santos, just keeping the range, landing the takedowns when needed, landing the better shots. I think she's just the better fighter all around. I'm gonna go with Talia Santos here. This is a levels fight, and I just think Talia Santos is far above the level of Lara Joanne. So Talia Santos by submission or decision. This is definitely a fun fight. Not a fun fight, but like a layup fight for Talia Santos. Maybe it's going to be a fun fight for her, though. Moving on. Blagoy Ivanov versus Sergey Bilistoni. Bilistoni's a really good striker. Very creative, mixing the spins. I think he's going to be able to land on Ivanov often, stick and move. I think if he does lose a round, it'll be do a lot of cage pushing. I got to go with Bilistoni by damage. I think he's going to be landing the more impactful shots, and I think he's going to win this fight 29-28 or 30-27. I just think he's going to be able to land the better shots and land the more damaging shots of the fight. But yeah, I'm going to go with Sergey Bilistoni here. Moving on, Marcelo Gome versus Daniel James. Daniel James, he's gonna be there. He's gonna be dangerous, but once he's taken down, he's got nothing off his back. He does work to get up, but once he's taken down, it's pretty much a wrap. And Marcelo Gome trains at American Top Team. Good wrestling. Definitely see a path to victory for Gome. So I'm going to lean Gome here. I think Gome's going to win this fight with the grappling and surviving any of the KO threat that Daniel James has to offer. But definitely not confident, and I could definitely see a KO for Daniel James. So be careful with this one. Moving on. The lock of the card. Dakota Ditcheva versus Lisa Muldoon. Malden's a good jiu-jitsu girl, but other than that, she's completely outmatched here, and she's going to get beat up. I see a TKO rounds 1 or 2 for Dakota Ditcheva. I just think she's levels above Lisa Muldoon on the feet, and I think she trains with enough good girls to negate the grappling and keep it on the feet and score a TKO win. Pretty simple. Don't need to get too far into this, but yeah, Dakota Ditcheva is pretty much the lock of the card. Moving on. Liz Carmouche versus Juliana Velasquez. I think Carmouche gets it done again. I haven't seen anything of Juliana Velasquez to show me she's improved on her takedown defense and her get-ups. And I just think Liz Carmouche is too dangerous once on top, and I think she's gonna either find another TKO or just win a decision by control. I just think she's the more well-rounded fighter, and I do think she is experienced enough to take it to the path of least resistance and win a decision or another TKO. Liz Carmouche. Take me to the bank again. Moving on. We got Denis Goltsov versus Linton Vassell. Big swarm. Now, Vassell is very experienced, and he's shown you can't really count him out. But the thing about Linton Vassell is he's a little outsized here. I don't know if he's if he is a heavyweight normally. I think he's a heavyweight normally. He's not the biggest, so he's going to have an issue with Goltsov's range, power. I just think this is going to be an interesting matchup. I'm going to go with Denis Goltsov here winning the fight, but I'm not totally confident after his last showing. I think there's a chance he could get KO'd, TKO'd somehow. But I'm going to go with Goltsov getting a TKO win. I just think he's more dangerous and a little more technically sound. Also, I think he might be younger too, so I don't know. Yeah, he's 40 years old, so not much to be said here. I got Goltsov here all day. Moving on, we got Delisia versus Valentin Moldavsky. Now, when I first saw this fight, I thought, man, Delisia is going to put on that pressure, land the better boxing, and maybe even get a KO Moldavsky. But after watching it back, I think Moldavsky has a really good shot of pulling the upset, or not upset, but I think he has a pulling off the win. I think he can mix in the grappling, pop shot, not pop shot, but like landed shots, move, landed shots, move. I think he can do enough to win a decision, or either that or somehow squeak out a TKO. I don't know how, but this is a close fight. Honestly, I'm pretty torn with this one, but I'm gonna lean on Moldavsky here. I just think Fedor probably built a good game plan for Ante. Ante's very good, but I just think he's beatable, and Valentin I think has a style to beat him. So definitely a tricky fight to call though. So I wouldn't take that opinion too seriously. Probably pass on this fight. But yeah, let me give you guys my top 5 picks, and we'll move on from there. Dicheva, number 1. Bryce Meredith, number 2. Watanabe, number 3. Liz Carmouche, number 4. And Talia Santos, number 5. Or I'd say Talia Santos, number 3. Carmouche, number 4. And Carmouche, number 5. Watanabe, number 4. Alrighty. Thanks, guys. Like, subscribe, you know the drill. And join the Discord if you want to see the plays. They're exclusive for the VIPs, but we can talk about plays and stuff like that in the regular chat. So until next time, guys, I hope you enjoyed the PFL, and I'll be back next week to do it again. Until next time, like, subscribe, you know the drill. Peace.